I'm gonna teach you guys how I went from this to this in about a year and a half tops. YouTube, what's good, man? It's your boy Crowd. Welcome back to another vid. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And make sure to follow me on all platforms at I Am Cry. Today we got a good one, man. I'm gonna give you guys an in-depth guide of my viral Looksmaxxing transformation, guys. Touched on this a little bit in my older videos with my monk mode, and with, how the gym changed my life. But in this specific video, I'm gonna go really in-depth and share a lot of the secrets that I've been keeping for the last 5 years regarding this. So let's go ahead and dive in, guys. The first thing that I was able to transform was my hair, right? So I don't have the best genetics with my hair, and I started balding in the corners of my hairline as well as my crown. And this runs in my family primarily. On my mother's side, her dad is bald, and then on my dad's side as well, just in the crown area though. So I didn't have the best genetics with my hair. And then also I went through a season of depression. So in 2019, when COVID hit, it was just a really dark time in my life. If you want to know more about that time, go watch my monk mode transformation. It's my second video ever. But long story short, fellas, I was going through it with women. I was working a job that I hated. I was broke. I was unconfident, and everything was kind of getting to me all at once, which was causing me to lose my hair. And it started getting really, really bad, like to the point where I was wearing hats everywhere. I was wearing do-rags everywhere, and I only took, my hat off when I was going to sleep, right? And it was kind of like I was catfishing women because I would wear hats around them. And then, when it was time to get freaky, I would wear a do-rag. It was just a bad time in my life, dog. So with that being said, it was time to make a change, and it started with my hair. So the first thing I did, fellas, I got PRP shots. What a PRP shot is when they inject a substance in your head to increase blood flow. So when you're losing hair, it's because the blood flow in the balding areas is very, very low, right? So what they did is they injected some formula. I'm honestly not sure what it is. And that formula increased the blood flow in my hair, which allowed my hair to grow back, right? And this was about $1,500, I believe, maybe a little bit more, $1,500 to $800. And I went to a local hair clinic that was in, my city in Cleveland, Ohio at the time. And I did 4 sessions that were about 6 weeks apart. And they focused on my crown area as well as my corners, right? And I got this in 2019, and I didn't really start seeing the results until 2021, 2022. I've made a tremendous progress, but I'm still currently working on, some of the effects of it now, right? So that is the first thing I did. And then what the doctor also prescribed me was minoxidil 5%, right? So this is a solution you want to use. And 2 brands that I recommend, fellas, is Roman or Hims. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna use this twice a day, fellas. You're gonna put it in the areas that are balding. And then if you're black, put a do-rag on. If you're white, it doesn't matter. You don't have to put a do-rag on. You can if you want. But what it's gonna do is it's going to promote your hair to grow back, right? So I was putting this in the corners of my head and the crown of my head twice a day. And you have to stay consistent, right? What they also prescribed me was finasteride, right? And finasteride is a prescribed medicine that stops the disease of hair loss, right? So I was taking that as well. And that worked for me, fellas, but I actually stopped taking that because that was having some side effects of some other things. I won't go too much in depth, but what I will say is that it was affecting my performance in the bedroom, right? So I had to stop taking that. And that's when I started taking minoxidil, the oral version. So I was taking minoxidil 5%, putting that in my hair, and then I was taking the oral pill minoxidil that I take once a day as well. That was helping my hair grow back. And then lastly, I was using a derma roller. So all a derma roller does basically is get the blood flow stimulating before I put in my minoxidil in my hair. So I would do the derma roller, 25 strokes in each direction on the thinning areas. And then I put the minoxidil in, put my do-rag on, and I'll be doing the derma roller every other day, but I do the minoxidil, like I said, twice a day, every day, right? And as far as the derma roller, guys, you can get that on Amazon. I use the 1.5 millimeter. They have the rollers and they have the stamps. If your hair is low, I recommend getting the roller. If your hair is a little higher, you know, and, you know, isn't, you know, you're balding, but your hair's kind of strong in the other areas, you'd be fine with the stamp. And you're gonna make sure you use that. I still use that daily because although I've made tremendous progress in this area, you know, my hair is not the best in some areas. It still has some, you know, some ways to grow to the length that I wanted to get to. So I still use the minoxidil, I still use the derma roller, and I'm still, you know, putting my do-rag on twice a day, fellas. Those are the main things I did to get my hair back. You also want to shampoo and conditioner at least 2 to 3 times a week. And you want to make sure that you're getting shampoo and conditioner that is infused with biotin, because that's going to stimulate hair growth as well, fellas. So that is how I grew my hair back medically. But, you know, there were other things that, you know, went into it as well, guys. The gym. You know, once I went to the gym, you know, I was relieving a lot of stress that was causing my hair loss. And I also was building a lot of confidence within my appearance that was, you know, promoting my hair to grow back as well, fellas. So it wasn't just the surgery and the medications, because even when I was doing those things and I wasn't working out, my hair wasn't growing back fully. But once I started working out, it came back, like everything started to come together, fellas. So I'll go more in depth on the gym stuff once we get to the body aspect of the looks transformation. But that is how I grew my hair back, fellas, and you can too. Again, those brands for the minoxidil, I recommend Hims or Roman. It's about 40 to 50 bucks a month, fellas, and it's definitely worth it. Like I said, I still use those till this day to, you know, make sure that my hair stays. To be transparent with you all, I think that I will end up getting a hair transplant because I want my hair to grow thicker. Right now, I do a 1.5 with the grain, and I want to get to a 2, but my crown doesn't grow to a 2. It stops at a 1.5. So I may get a, you know, hair transplant down the line. I'm really not sure. If I do, I'll take y'all on that journey with me as well. But that is how I grew my hair back to where it is now. And, you know, as you can see from the videos that I've been posting, you know, next to me talking, you know, it's came a long way. And, you know, I was really down bad, fellas. So that is the first thing I did. So let's go ahead and move into the next. Next thing I did was grow a beard, right? And the reason I did this is I spoke about this in one of my other videos. I had to find my phenotype, right? So your phenotype basically, fellas, is a celebrity or a public figure that, you know, you have similar features to, that you could kind of emulate their looks, right? And for me, mine was Tyler Lepley. And Tyler Lepley had waves and a beard, right? But we had similar facial features, like our lips, you know, our facial structure was very similar, right? I'm not sure what type of women that you like, fellas, but me, I love all shades of women, but primarily I prefer black women. In our culture, you know, black women love beards, right? So I always wanted to grow a beard. So what I did to grow a beard, fellas, is I used Jamaican black castor oil. You can get this from your local Sally's. You can order this on Amazon. And I was applying this to my beard twice a day, to the areas where the beard could go in twice a day. And I did this one summer, man, for like 4 to 5 months. And then my beard just grew in crazy. Sometimes beards can be, you know, formed genetically, but like nobody in my family has a beard, right? My father doesn't have a big beard. My grandfather doesn't have a big beard. So mine was really homegrown, you know what I'm saying? So what I did was I used the Jamaican black castor oil, just put it on my face twice a day for 4 to 5 months, and my beard grew in, fellas. And what I wish I would have knew back then is you can even take it a step further and use the derma roller that I mentioned for my hair on the areas for your beard. And, you know, it can come in a lot faster than it did for me, but I wasn't even using a derma roller, fellas. And my beard came in hella fast, bro. So like I said, all you need is the Jamaican black castor oil. You know, you could put it on your mustache, your goatee, your beard. You can put it on your eyebrows if you want thicker eyebrows. Do that for 4 to 5 months with the derma roller. Next thing you know, you got a beard, fellas. But this is what I did for my Looksmaxxing, fellas. Some of you may not look right with a beard, so you don't need to get a beard. So now I got the hair going, I got the beard going. The next step was my teeth, right? So I don't have the straightest teeth, but they're not terrible, right? I do plan on getting Invisalign or braces or veneers in the future. But one thing that I could fix immediately is the color of them, right? So my teeth were very, very yellow, and it was just because I was drinking a lot of coffee, you know, and coffee can have a major impact on the shade of your teeth. So I went to the dentist. I said, hey, you know, how can I get my teeth whiter? And they gave me a few options, right? So there's 3 things you can do, fellas, and then I'll tell you what I did. The first thing is you can get Zoom whitening. So Zoom whitening is a procedure If you go to your local dentist, they'll perform it. It's about $200 to $300. And it's just an in-depth whitening that they do with your teeth. It takes about an hour to an hour and a half, and it definitely makes a difference. So that works, but I did not do that. What I did is the best option in my opinion. They gave me whitening gels. I'm not sure about the specific brand, but you can go to your dentist and just ask for whitening gels, fellas. And what they did is they gave me a retainer. They scanned my mouth, got the structure of my teeth. They gave me then I got a clear retainer in 2 weeks. Once I had the clear retainer, they gave me this gel. And then every night I put the gel on each tooth on the retainer, wear it for 30 minutes to an hour. And they gave me a top one and a bottom one, put it in my mouth, wear it for 30 minutes to an hour, take it out, do that, 2 to 3 times a week or every day. It's up to you. And guys, it took my teeth from the sun to a white tee, man. I'm telling you, man. And that is what I first started with. But I got to the point, man, you know me, if you've been watching my videos, I'm real big on time management. I'm real big on time. So it was just taking too much time at night for me to put the gels in, put it in my mouth, take it out, and at nighttime, I'm ready to wind down and go to sleep, fellas. So I decided to switch to Crest whitening strips, right? Now, this works just as well. It's just a little bit quicker, and they range from $20 to $30 a pop for 14 strips, so 14 days, and pretty easy, self-explanatory. You just put them on the top, put them on the bottom, wear them for 30 minutes to an hour, and then you take them out. I recommend using these or the gels, fellas, because the Zoom whitening is gonna kind of go away with time, but with the strips and the gel, it's kind of an everyday thing, so you're constantly keeping your teeth white. And like I said, I still use both of these to this day. These are very affordable, and you'll definitely see a difference within 4 to 6 months with the complexion of your teeth. And teeth are very important, fellas, like especially with women, they love a great smile. They love a great, face and a great image, and you don't want to have your teeth looking like the sun when you're smiling, fellas. So this is very important. Many people think you have to break the bank or get veneers or get Invisalign to reach your full potential with your teeth, which are great options, right? And I most likely will invest in those options in the future. But if you aren't trying to break the bank right now, but you are trying to Looksmaxx and be the best that you can be, definitely invest in the whitening gel, the Zoom whitening, or the Crest whitening strips, fellas. And it will definitely do wonders for you regarding your teeth. I got my hair right. I got my beard going. I got my teeth white. Next, I had to get my body together, fellas. This is, very important. Probably the most important step out of all of them. So what I did is I started going to the gym. I started very, very slow, fellas. I started just running on the treadmill, then going home. Then I progressively added the treadmill and abs, then went home. Then I started adding in the strength training aspect as well, fellas. So it got to a point where I was doing strength training and abs 5 days a week. My split was arms, shoulders and back, chest, and 2 leg days, right? And one of the leg days I focused on hamstrings. The other leg day I focused on primarily quads, and pretty much did calves on both of those days. So that was my split early on. 5-day split, abs every day. And I also was hitting the sauna every day as well, fellas. The sauna is extremely important in getting the physique that you want, because you're going to be burning calories and kind of sculpting the body you want without doing any cardio, right? It's really a cheat code. So I was going to the gym 5 days a week. I was hitting the sauna, right? But I also was eating correctly as well. Now, at this time, I didn't have the specific nutrition knowledge that I have now. But, I did do small things that really helped me transfer my physique in 6 months. And I'm going to share those with you guys today regarding nutrition. And that was, I only drank water. 30 to 40% of the calories we intake are from what we drink, right? That cup of orange juice has over 200 calories, right? Empty calories, calories that aren't helping you and providing you with the correct macronutrients to gain muscle, right? So I just drank water, fellas. And, that allowed me to really scope and create the body that I wanted, because I wasn't consuming any bullshit as far as the beverages that I had. Now, on top of that, I was, sometimes I would eat bullshit. I'm going to be honest with you, fellas, but not all the time. I was very cautious with it, right? I have probably 2 cheat days a week, but for the most part, I was eating a lot of pastas, eating a lot of protein, eating a lot of salads with not a lot of dressing, fellas. Dressing is another thing that will kill your progress as well. So I wasn't that educated on nutrition. I just tried to eat whole foods and eat the right things that I thought, and it worked out well for me, fellas. So this kind of goes to show that you don't have to have it all figured out if you're a beginner and you're looking to transform your body. But, you know, if you make an effort in, you know, drinking water, eating whole foods, avoiding, you know, desserts and fast food, you know, you'll make a change with your nutrition, fellas. I promise you. So that's what I did. And I also was taking supplements at this time as well, natural supplements, of course. So if you guys may have heard it in my other videos, but I was taking creatine, right? Creatine is a game changer, right? Because the first 3 months of my transformation, I wasn't taking any creatine and I was getting results, but they were coming in very slow. Once I started taking creatine, fellas, it took my body to the next level. Like, creatine is really the cheat code, man. I promise you. So what you want to do is you want to get creatine monohydrate, and you can get this from GNC or you can order it on Amazon. Really, any brand works, fellas. You just want to make sure that it's creatine monohydrate, right? And you want to take this midway through your workout. A lot of people tell you to take it before your workout. A lot of people tell you to take it after your workout. I took it dead in the middle, and you know, it works wonders for me, because what creatine does is gives you more energy to maintain intensity throughout your workout, right? And pretty much halfway through your workout is when, you know, your intensity starts to go down. So that's when you want to take it. Maintaining that intensity is going to give you more gains, which is what we want, fellas. We want that aesthetic physique, right? So make sure you're taking that midway through your workout. Again, it's only 25 bucks at GNC for about 50 to 60 servings. But the most important thing with this, fellas, is that creatine is water weight, right? Like this is all water weight. So you want to make sure that you're drinking at least a half a gallon to a gallon a day, or you're going to be getting headaches. You're going to feel nauseous. You know, it's very important to drink water while you're taking creatine monohydrate. In addition to that, I was also taking whey protein, right? And I was drinking this immediately after my workouts, fellas. Don't wait till you go home because you want to make a smoothie. Drink it with some water, fellas. Not trying to make this, you know, process fun, right? We want to get gains as fast as possible. And in order to do that, man, you have to drink it right after your workout. So you might have to drink it with some milk or some water instead of a smoothie, but that's what I did and that's what worked for me. And literally immediately after my workout, I was taking this. Pretty much, you know, I didn't really see a difference when I was taking it with water or almond milk. It's basically tastes the same and had the same effect. But if you are going to use almond milk, make sure that you are using the non-sweetened one. So because you don't want all that sugar and shit, it's going to fuck you up. So that is what I did. The 2 supplements that I focused on was creatine and whey protein. And I got those gains quick as fuck, fellas. So definitely want to focus on those. What I didn't do that I wish I would have did, that I'm going to give you guys now so you can get this transformation even faster, is tracking my meals, right? So depending if you want to lose weight or gain weight, what you need to do is download MyFitnessPal. You're going to put in your height, your weight, and it's going to ask you what weight you would like to get to. You're going to put that in, and it's going to give you the amount of calories you should be hitting on a day-to-day basis, as well as the specific grams of macronutrients you should be hitting on a day-to-day basis with your proteins, your carbohydrates, and your healthy fats. So it pretty much gives you the blueprint of everything. The only thing that you have to do that is a learning curve is learning how to track your food, right? So pretty much every fast food or healthy or unhealthy restaurant or, you know, place that you don't cook at, they have on the app, you know, in the library, but you have to learn how to, you know, track the foods that you cook at home, right? And you don't really have to get a scale yet, fellas. That's a little bit too complex for beginners. And I definitely wasn't doing that in the beginning of my journey. I do it now, but I don't recommend that right away, man. Just because what you really just need is a ballpark figure of where you are calorie wise. So like if you eat a couple of pancakes, you know, and you can't find the specific pancake brand on MyFitnessPal, that's okay, fellas. Like, don't stress yourself out about that. You just want to get a ballpark of what you're eating. And, you know, depending on your goals, you want to make sure you hit that mark every single day, fellas. So if you'd like me to make a video of a more in-depth instructions on how to use MyFitnessPal, go ahead and drop it in the comments and I'll make sure I'll do that. But if you combine hitting the gym 5 days a week, creatine, whey protein, and calculating your food correctly, you can Looksmaxx your body way quicker than I did, fellas. So make sure that you're doing that. The last and final thing that I did for my Looksmaxxing transformation is get tatted up, man. So this isn't for everybody, man. Depending on what look you're going for, depending on your religion, or depending on, you know, what you like, you know, etc. You don't have to get tattoos, fellas. Just I like tattoos, so I decided to get them. And one thing I want to recommend, fellas, is to find a good artist. If you have no tats, don't rush to go get one, man, because you just want to be tatted. That's what I did with this tat. And nigga fucked around and spelt one of the words wrong. And it's not the best quality as my other tats because I was thirsty to get it. Don't make that mistake, fellas. Don't be afraid to break the bank, you know. Tattoos is one of those things, you know, regardless of the price, if you're getting quality you want to pay for because it's permanent and it's on your body, fellas. So if the tattoo man tax him, but he do good work, save up your bread, man, and just rock with him versus the nigga that's not taxing you, but his quality ain't there, man. I'm telling you, you're going to regret it if you go that route, right? So first thing I did was I got my arm tatted, my left arm, then I got my chest, right? It was very important for me. I don't want to get too many tats because I still want to show my physique, right? So like this arm, as you can see a lot more of the cuts and the structure because it has no tats versus this arm. It looks dope because of the tats, but you can't really see the muscular structure. So I'm not going to get too many, right? I got my left arm and my chest. I'm definitely going to get my left leg and I might get my back, but that's it. I'm not going to get my neck. I'm not going to get my other arm or anything like that. Pretty much going to be good after that, fellas. But that is the last thing I did. And I'm a person, I genuinely like tattoos, so this is what I did. And a lot of the women that I, you know, talk to, it's a great conversation starter. When they see your tattoos, they want to ask about them. And honestly, women just love tattoos, fellas. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, man. So this was the last step of my looks transformation, man, of my Looksmaxxing, you know, and now I'm pretty much where I am today, fellas. But, you know, one thing to keep in mind is I'm continuously always looking for ways to improve, right? I'm looking for ways to get my hair thicker. I want to start gaining weight. So I want to, you know, I'm 185 right now. I want to get to 200 pounds, right? I want to get the leg sleeve. Eventually, I want my teeth to be straighter. You know what I'm saying? All things, I'm continuously trying to improve my looks. And this is not only important for looks, fellas, it's important for life, man. You always want to continuously improve yourself, man, because you want to be the best that you can be. You want to reach your full potential. And, you know, I've always been told when you're staying the same, you're not staying the same. You're actually getting worse, man. Because as a man, it's so competitive, whether that's in the dating, in business, in life, period, man. Like I'm hungry just to be the best that I can be at all times and improve. And, you know, I hope that, you know, I hope most of y'all are like that as well, you know, with your life and the things that you want to accomplish, man. So that is my Looksmaxxing transformation explained in depth. I hope I was able to provide some value for you and give you guys some tips on how you can Looksmaxx as well. So that's the video for today, fellas. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Love y'all. Peace.